I would like to present to you album with our pictures from last year, a pilgrimage across of Scandinavia. Here we have flags of Scandinavian countries. They show that Christianity was adopted by those countries in early Middle Ages as a foundation, national and a cultural foundation. And now those countries go through difficult process of losing, I think, or looking for new identity. But we hope that one day all of those countries are going to come back to their Christian roots. Here, Mark is walking during our pilgrimage with a cross-shaped stick across Skåne in south of Sweden, and here the very old cross found in one of those churches south of Sweden. Here is the map of the route of the pilgrimage, but it was not the foot pilgrimage. This pilgrimage was a car pilgrimage. It took place in 2018. Two Polish men in a car started in Stettin, then they went to Niepokalanów, and they encircled all Scandinavian countries or Baltic Sea. And this pilgrimage was transporting a figure of Mary Immaculata, and when they designed this route in Google, they discovered that this shape, it looks exactly like Mary, like her coat. So this is Mary with sword and rosary. This icon is very new. It has just been written recently. One of the priests in Czech Republic, which is Protestant predominantly now, ordered this icon in my workshop, describing how it should look like, because it is very unusual icon with Mary wearing holding sword. Of course, the sword here is not the tool of fight. It's not an armor. It's like a symbolic sign of spiritual fight. And she is stepping on the snake, which symbolizes the evil and the hell. So Mary is standing in the doorway of hell, and she is protecting every soul, every of us, every of her children, not to fall into abyss. So she doesn't want any one of us to fall into hell. So she's fighting with prayer and with humility for every one of us. So she's our mother, protecting us from going to hell. And this shape is represented here. We think it's a sign showing us that Mary is real protectors. She's really protecting all Scandinavian Christian countries. Here, I now reconstruct the icon of Częstochowa, Mary of Częstochowa, the Black Madonna, because originally it was the Byzantine icon. Before it was changed into more modern look, and primarily at the beginning of her story of this icon, Mary was hit by arrow, by the Muslim arrow. One of the Tartars attacking the castle hit Mary with arrow in the neck. And interesting thing is that this point here, the place Nattavaara, which is the meeting point of two beams of the cross, this place is located, Nattavaara is located directly in the neck of Mary, right? So neck of Mary is a place where the two lines of cross meet. Okay, here is Eva. She visited us 1 week ago. She spent 3 days. We prayed together and we planned this year pilgrimage. Here she holds icon. She received this icon from Leszek. She took it to her place in Natavra in Lapland, and this icon is waiting for us to visit her, our Madonna, our Queen, during this year pilgrimage on the horizontal line of the cross. Here's Leszek with a figure. This sculpture, this body of Christ was carved in wood by prisoner serving long term in Czarny prison in central Poland. This prisoner made it especially for Leszek, because Leszek is working with prisoners for 30 years. He's visiting prisons and he's giving Jesus and love to all those imprisoned. So this figure of Jesus will go to Eva. We will transport it in a bus to the place Nattavarabi here this year, and together with the cross to Nattavarabi will come a group of pilgrims. We will divide into 3 groups, and each of this group will start a foot pilgrimage. Father Ignatius with Mark will walk from Tisfjord, Norway, here to Nattavarabi. Wojtek and Christopher will walk from the north, from Nordkap, Norway, Finland, Sweden, to Nattavarabi, and I think somewhere here is Lannavaara, the place where Father Benedict is staying. And a third group will walk from Oulu in Finland to Nattavarabi. So this year we will complete the cross of Sweden, which is covering all Scandinavian countries and has the center point, the meeting point in Nattavarabi. Here Eva with this body of Jesus made of wood. Here is the proposition of the logotype for House of Elia. House of Elia will be a place, will be a building made a very simple way of wooden logs. It will be built here. It will be octagon-shaped chapel or prayer place for worship, and this cross will be put there. And we plan to start building foundations for this House of Elia this year during at the end of this year pilgrimage. So when we complete the pilgrimage, when 3 groups of pilgrims meet here in Nattavarabi, we'll pray together, we'll have a mass here, Holy Mass, and I think we will bless the foundations of the House of Elia, the place of worship in the middle of the cross of Scandinavia. Here the M letter, because it represents, maybe it looks very similar, this sign, similar to the sign of a papal sign of John Paul II, because he also chose the gold cross in the blue field. It looks like a flag of Sweden. Eva told us that maybe John Paul II did that, choose this flag, this sign, because his date of birth is the same as date of martyrdom and death of Eric, the King of Sweden. So here the M letter is drawn by 2 Lappish signs of houses. So this is the symbol of house, a tent. So we have 2 tents here, and together those 2 shapes create like letter M, which represents Mary. So we wanted to put some Lappish element into the symbol logotype of House of Elia. So it's here the M for Mary, made of 2 Lappish houses. Here Eva and Leszek with a chapel in one of the homeless shelters in Poland. And here are some pictures from our last year pilgrimage. Here is Father Ignatius walking in Lapland with a cross on the stick, on the pilgrim stick. He is wearing cassock. He was walking all the time wearing cassock. I think he is, to me, a real hero, because he made 50 kilometers a day. Almost each day he walked for 50 kilometers, sometimes 46, sometimes 44, sometimes 52, but I think roughly it was like 50 a day for 1 month. So it was really a tough thing to walk so hard. But this priest is not only physically hard; he's a man of prayer, and he will join us this year, from Tisfjord, and we will continue to walk across Sweden with him. Here is the moment when I offer one of our maps of pilgrimage to Bishop Andrus Arborelius. He knows about our initiative, he blesses it, and because all what we do together with our church, with the church's blessing, because obedience is something that is very important for us. As before in our lives, we showed that finding our own solutions without respect to God's will leads us to nowhere. So now obedience is our sign of God's will. Here, the Swedish youth, I think it was marvelous to meet them this year in Vadstena. They are so hard praying people, and we have friends there among them, and hopefully they will join us or support us in our this year pilgrimage across the north of Sweden. And here, Mark, Rafael, and me, 3 pilgrims that walked, and will continue this year to walk to complete the pilgrimage cross of Scandinavia. So this is it. I wanted to show you what is our plan for this year. We hope that Poland and Sweden together, the Catholics from both countries, are praying, and we are looking for answers to nowadays questions of the world. We are looking for those answers in Jesus and Mary. God bless.